upon a time, there was a little girl called Ellie Rose who lived with her pesky big brother Nathaniel in an old farmhouse in the country. Nathaniel played all sorts of nasty tricks on her every day, and Ellie was getting a bit fed up with it, to be honest. Ellie hadn't seen her best friends for a long time, so when her friends FaceTimed her and asked them to join her for a picnic, she was extremely excited about it. Staying at home all the time with no school and no friends was getting a little bit boring, to be honest. Ellie loved school. The day of the picnic came and Ellie's friends knocked at the door. She grabbed her heavy backpack and stuffed to the brim with all treats and snacks that her mummy had made for her picnic, because her mum made the best picnics. She ran outside and hugged her friends tight. Remember, she hadn't seen them for ages. And off they skipped into the woods together. The friends found a big oak tree, a big old one, and underneath it there were some absolutely enormous toadstools. They decided to stop there and eat in the shade, using the giant mushrooms for tables. Ellie was so hungry. She unzipped her backpack really quick and put her hand inside and had a feel around. Ugh. What is it? What is it? Her friends cried. But they needn't have asked, because before they could say another word, a slimy toad jumped out and landed on Ellie's head. "Nathaniel!" Ellie shouted as another giant toad landed on her nose. Her friends screamed as the toad bounced around everywhere. Ellie's friends dropped their own delicious food too into the mud, and they were quite ruined as they ran about squawking. The toads vanished happily into the lake, leaving the girls feeling very sad, angry, and extremely hungry. "I'm so sorry," said Ellie Rose. "This is my brother's work. He hasn't stopped tormenting me for weeks now. He's mean and he's horrid." She threw her stick with anger into the tree above. "If only there was some way to get revenge on him," she said. "If only there was some more food," said her friends, their tummies grumbling. "Ah, but there is," said a voice. They all spun round to see who had spoken. Sitting on a branch above them was the strangest little boy they had ever seen. He was no bigger than a pine cone, and he wore the most curious outfit made of twigs and leaves. "Yes, I'm a tree elf," he said. "You can close your mouths now." "Sorry, we didn't mean to stare. It's just, well, we've never seen a tree elf before." "Well, you have now. If you girls would be so kind as to fetch me 3 more acorns, I will make you a delicious meal. And I'll help Nathaniel see the error of his ways too." Ellie thought about it. She was very hungry. Although perhaps tree elves didn't know that humans can't eat acorns, or that they wouldn't be big enough to feed growing girls anyway. But she didn't want to seem rude, and getting revenge on Nathaniel did seem very tempting. "It's a deal," she said, and off they went to find them. They were soon back holding 3 good-sized acorns. "Perfect," said the tree elf, and transformed them into 3 massive picnic baskets, each filled with every girl's favourite food. There were blueberry muffins, jam tarts, pizzas, fries, crackers, cheese, and strawberry milkshakes. Every basket was completely different, and the girls thanked the elf, their mouths full of cakes. He smiled and played a beautiful tune on his wooden flute. When the girls were fit to bursting, the elf said, "You girls better be going home. The night is closing in." And so it was. The girls hadn't realised how dark the sky was becoming. They started to gather up all their rubbish like good children should, but the elf said, "Don't worry, I'll take care of that." And poof, the baskets vanished, along with the boxes and containers too. "Come and see me again someday soon," said the elf. The girls waved goodbye, but Ellie felt a little bit disappointed that the elf hadn't helped her to get revenge on her troublesome brother. After all, that's what she wanted most. The girls parted ways with much hugging and kissing, and Ellie rushed inside the house, glad to be out of the cold night air. "Nathaniel," she yelled, "wait till I get my hands on you." She looked in the kitchen and the dining room, but it was only Daddy in there fixing his old trumpet. You had a good day, my love, he said cheerily. It would have been perfect if it wasn't for Nathaniel. He spoilt it, she said. Where is he? Oh dear, what did he do this time? Dad said. Come to think of it, I haven't seen him for hours. She looked in the living room and the toilet, but Mummy was in there, plucking her eyebrows. Oh, hello, honey. You had a good time? Oh, yes, brilliant, apart from having Nathaniel as a brother. When she got to Nathaniel's bedroom, she heard the most unusual sounds coming from inside. A deep, croaky, deep, raspy sort of sound. Stop with your silly noises, Nathaniel. You're in for it now, Ellie said, bursting into his room. And lo and behold, what should she see? Ellie screamed. A giant warty toad was sitting at the end of Nathaniel's bed, trying desperately to hit an Xbox controller with its webbed feet. Ellie screamed, but then noticed that the eyes were light blue and sparkly. She saw a familiar little teddy bear birthmark on his arm. Nathaniel, she said, in amazement. Is that you? She had never seen a sadder-looking toad in her life. His thin tongue snapped out and caught a fat lazy fly that was flying in midair. And I'm afraid to tell you that the little elf spell lasted for 3 whole days. 3 days of hopping about and croaking and eating flies in the garden. He still licks his lips when he sees a blue bottle. But I can report, from that day on, Nathaniel was much nicer to his little sister, and Ellie never again wished for him to be anything other than her amazing and funny big brother. The end.